Angel says, dear child, stop everything you're doing right now. You have only 30 minutes to prepare for what's coming. God has sent me with an urgent message that cannot wait. This is about your marriage certificate, and what officials have just discovered while reviewing documentation in government archives. This isn't just any ordinary paperwork issue. Right now, someone is examining the legal validity of your marriage covenant, carefully scrutinizing dates, signatures, and official seals, strategically looking for any discrepancy that could be used against you. The timing of this review isn't coincidental, it's deliberately calculated to catch you unprepared. The divine realm is in emergency mode right now. Your guardian angels have been frantically working to protect the sacred covenant of your marriage, but we need your conscious participation to ensure its complete protection. This situation is evolving rapidly, and every minute counts in your preparation. I can see them already examining the records, already pulling your file from official archives. The energy surrounding this investigation is heavy with purpose, charged with scrutiny, focused entirely on finding technicalities in your most sacred commitment. There are those who believe they have discovered grounds to question what you've built together. Your marriage is about to become the center of a spiritual battle that has been brewing beneath the surface for longer than you realize. What appears to be sudden bureaucratic interest has actually been building slowly, carefully, deliberately. But God has not left you without warning or protection. Like this video and type 911 to receive God's emergency warning and divine protection. Angel says, dear child, now I must reveal the full severity of what's happening with your marriage certificate. With less than 25 minutes remaining, you need to understand exactly what you're facing so you can prepare properly. This isn't a routine review of documentation. Someone with specific intention has requested this examination of your marriage records, someone who has been studying marriage law and looking for loopholes that could create legal complications for you and your spouse. The papers they're reviewing contain potential technicalities that could trigger immediate questions about your marriage status. The officials involved aren't fully aware of the complete situation. They're following standard procedures based on the request they've received, operating on limited information that has been carefully selected and presented to them. They're doing their job based on what they know, but they don't know the spiritual significance of what they're examining. God has shown me their true focus. They're checking filing dates, examining officiator credentials, verifying witness signatures, and comparing names across multiple documents. There's a specific detail they believe they've found, a discrepancy in how your name appears on different marriage documents that could create a legal question about validity. What makes this situation particularly dangerous is the combination of legal technicalities with sacred covenant. The paperwork represents something far more significant in the spiritual realm, a bond that was formed not just by ink and paper but by divine recognition. Any challenge to the certificate is also a challenge to spiritual foundations. But here's what gives me hope: I can see gaps in their understanding, flaws in their approach, weaknesses in their position. These openings are where divine light will shine through, where truth will eventually emerge. Like this video and type 222 to uncover the complete truth about these marriage certificate questions. Angel says, dear child, with just 20 minutes remaining, I must reveal the true origin of this marriage certificate review. God is allowing me to show you exactly who initiated this examination and why they're so determined to find problems. This investigation wasn't triggered by random government audit or routine verification. It was specifically requested by someone who knew you in the past, someone who still harbors unresolved feelings about your marriage. They've been researching marriage law, looking for any technical requirements that might have been overlooked during your ceremony or filing process. The specific detail they're focusing on involves the timeline between your ceremony and when the certificate was officially recorded. There's a required filing period that varies by location, and they believe they've found evidence that your paperwork may have been processed outside the mandated time frame. This technicality is what they're attempting to use as leverage. God has shown me how this person misunderstands both legal and spiritual truth. Marriage validity rests on much more than administrative timing. The covenant you formed was recognized in the spiritual realm the moment your vows were exchanged, regardless of when paperwork was processed. Your commitment to each other holds spiritual weight that transcends bureaucratic schedules. Your guardian angels have been working in the records department, guiding the eyes of officials toward evidence of good faith in your filing. They're illuminating the intent behind your actions, which matters more than procedural perfection. Divine intervention is already happening in how your documents are being interpreted. Like this video and type 333 to unlock this divine truth revelation. Angel says, dear child, with just 15 minutes remaining, we must activate your divine marriage protection shield. This spiritual barrier is being created specifically for your marriage covenant, designed to guard both the legal documentation and the sacred bond it represents. God has dispatched specialized guardian angels to the records department. These are angels of truth, angels of covenant, angels of divine order. They're positioning themselves strategically around your marriage file, creating a spiritual perimeter that will help preserve the integrity of your documentation. I can see them weaving threads of golden light around your certificate, creating a mesh of protective energy that will illuminate your good faith and sincere intentions. This won't prevent the examination from happening, that's already set in motion, but it will ensure that truth and justice ultimately prevail in how your paperwork is interpreted. Your guardian angel is strengthening the spiritual bond between you and your spouse, infusing your covenant with divine resilience. This protection will help your marriage remain strong when bureaucratic challenges try to create doubt. It will help you think clearly when paperwork problems try to distract you from true commitment. It will help you stay united when external forces try to create division. This divine shield has multiple layers. The outer layer protects the legal recognition of your marriage. The middle layer preserves the emotional connection between you and your spouse. The inner layer maintains the spiritual covenant that transcends all documentation. Together, they form complete protection for your marriage. As this shield activates, you might feel a subtle strengthening in your commitment, a gentle warmth when thinking of your spouse, a quiet confidence in your marriage vows. These are signs that divine protection is taking effect. Like this video and type 444 to activate this divine marriage protection. Angel says, dear child, with divine protection in place and only 10 minutes remaining, God is revealing the exact strategy you need to follow to address these certificate concerns. These divine instructions will guide your actions and responses during this challenging review process. First, you must locate all copies of your marriage documentation. Your original certificate, any certified copies, and the application forms you submitted. Take photos of these documents immediately, creating digital backups that can't be altered or misplaced. Your guardian angels will be guiding your eyes to notice any details that might need attention. When organizing these documents, create a clear timeline of your marriage process. Note the date of your ceremony, when you signed paperwork, when witnesses signed, and when you submitted everything for recording. This chronology establishes your good faith efforts to follow proper procedures, even if administrative delays occurred beyond your control. There are specific actions to avoid during this review period. Don't contact officials preemptively with concerns. Don't sign any modification documents without proper review. Don't discuss potential problems with anyone who might have negative energy toward your marriage. These actions could inadvertently give power to technicalities that divine protection is working to neutralize. Most importantly, strengthen your actual marriage during this documentation review. The spiritual reality of your commitment creates energy that influences how paperwork is interpreted. Speak your vows to each other again privately, create a small ritual of recommitment, express gratitude for your union. These spiritual acts carry power that transcends administrative concerns. Like this video and type 555 to receive this divine strategy. Angel says, dear child, with just 5 minutes remaining, God is revealing how the truth about your marriage certificate will emerge and be confirmed. What begins as a concerning review will ultimately lead to stronger legal recognition and spiritual affirmation of your union. The divine light of truth is already illuminating the filing records of your certificate. I can see it revealing the proper handling of your documents, highlighting the sincere intentions behind any procedural variations, directing attention to the substantial compliance that matters more than perfect timing. What seems concerning at first glance actually contains evidence of your good faith efforts. Your guardian angels are already working in the records system. I can see them guiding the reviewing officials toward precedents that support marriage validity despite minor technical variations. They're illuminating legal principles that prioritize the substance of marriage over procedural perfectionism. They're revealing the true purpose of marriage documentation, to recognize covenant, not to create bureaucratic obstacles. God wants you to know that certificate validation doesn't always follow predictable timelines. Sometimes it requires divine intervention that works through administrative channels at the perfect moment. What begins today will set in motion a process of validation that continues until your marriage record is fully secured. I can see divine light surrounding specific dates in the near future, moments when key officials will review your file, when important precedents will be applied to your situation, when final confirmations will establish your marriage validity beyond question. Like this video and type 666 to accelerate this divine truth timeline. Angel says, dear child, with just 2 minutes remaining, God is revealing how this marriage certificate review will transform into unexpected blessing for your relationship. What begins as a concerning legal scrutiny will ultimately create opportunities for deeper commitment and stronger foundation. I can see divine energy already beginning to reshape the trajectory of this situation. What was designed to question your marriage is being divinely redirected toward confirming it. What was meant to create doubt about your union is being transformed into an opportunity for renewed certainty. What was intended to undermine your covenant is being converted into a foundation for greater security. This transformation won't happen instantly, it will unfold in stages, each revealing another layer of divine purpose. The initial review identifies what needed clarifying. The middle process strengthens what needed reinforcing. The final resolution establishes what needed securing all along. Your guardian angels are already weaving strands of blessing into this situation. I can see them creating pathways toward deeper appreciation of your marriage, opportunities for legal reinforcement of your union, openings to new levels of commitment that weren't possible before this challenge arose. The divine realm specializes in turning documentation questions into covenant affirmations, legal reviews into spiritual renewals, administrative scrutiny into relationship strengthening. This situation, though concerning, has already been targeted for this kind of spiritual alchemy. Like this video and type 777 to activate this divine transformation. Angel says, dear child, as the certificate review begins, God is ensuring that divine justice will ultimately prevail in this situation. This isn't about legal technicalities winning or losing, it's about the restoration of truth and righteous recognition of your sacred covenant. Heavenly justice operates differently than administrative systems. It sees the true intent behind actions, weighs the sincere commitment behind paperwork, and accounts for all circumstances in its perfect balance. Your guardian angels are already submitting evidence to this higher court, already advocating for your marriage in this spiritual justice system. I can see the scales of divine justice coming into perfect alignment for your marriage certificate. What appears questionable today will be confirmed as valid through a series of divine interventions. Each step in this process serves the highest truth about your union, even when immediate bureaucratic purposes seem unclear. God wants you to understand that true marriage justice includes transformation for everyone involved. The person who initiated this review will eventually face their own truth. The officials reviewing your documentation will gain greater clarity about substance over technicality. Everyone is being held in this divine justice system. Feel the divine light surrounding your marriage completely now. Your guardian angels have created a spiritual fortress around your covenant, a sacred space where administrative questions cannot threaten the reality of your commitment. This protection doesn't eliminate the review process, but it ensures your marriage emerges from it with even stronger recognition. Like this video and type 888 to seal